Another Ants on a Rock video. Welcome to the Ant Corner. Hey there Ant fans, I got sent this package a few weeks back from Antboyuk UK, so I've been dying to do a little review on it, so here we go. So this is the Blackout Elite Nest size 1, a small Outworld and a 4-way connector, and I think he's thrown in a few extra goodies as well. So let's see what's in the box. So he started by putting in his business card. I do like receiving these, in fact I'm getting quite a good collection and I like putting them on display around the Ant Corner. So that's really cool. We've got the small Outworld. Now I'm quite excited about these, but I have heard they're a little bit difficult to film in just because they're so round, which seems about right with the way the light's reflecting off it, but we'll make do and see how it goes. It's got a really strong connection port. I've been told these are really tight to fit the tubes in as well, so that's really good. If you can see, there's like in the plastic written into it is the Antboy logo, and that's pretty cool, surrounded by little air holes, and they are really small air holes as well, so I'd be confident to put most species in there. I'd like to see what happens with monomorium species, but I expect they are even small enough to stop that. The lid does come off a little bit easy. I mean, it would be difficult to get more of a vacuum seal on it the way it's designed, but I think it's sturdy enough. Moving on, we have the 4-way connector, a few bits of vinyl tubing in there as well to connect it up straight away, so that's really handy. We'll just have a quick pokey around, try and get this out. So it seems completely clear on top. 4 of these connection holes filled in with 2 stoppers, so if you're not using all the connection holes you can just stick these in and block them up, so that's quite handy. That is sealed nice and tight, so I don't think any ants are going to get out through the edges. And of course there's those little air holes again, so that's really handy just to keep the ventilation and air flowing about. Again, I've been told these are really tight for the vinyl tubing, so that's good, they shouldn't come loose. He's also put in a water squirty thingy. These are really good for hydrating nests. I've seen these before and actually they're really good and wanted to get one, so I'm happy about that. There is a liquid feeder tower, so another one to try out. I'm going to try out an Antboy one next. I'll let you know how this compares to the other ones I use. This I think is a feeding tray, which is really small and kind of a perfect size for a beginner colony really. I can put most of my food offerings on that and keep the Outworld nice and clean. And a jelly pot. I mean, we won't need a jelly pot of that size for a while, but it's really nice to have. And now to the main product, the Blackout Elite Nest size 1. If I can get out the bag. Again, there's another piece of vinyl tubing in there and a suction cup. So that's to like get the panels off the top. So that actually works really well, as you can see. Easy as that, and it saves you having to use your fingers and possibly shaking the nest and disturbing it. Again, there's that vinyl bit of tubing to connect it up. So you've got your red panel glass thing, plastic, whatever it is. And of course these are covered by their protective covering as well. We'll take that off in a minute and have a proper look. There's the black one to black it out completely, which is what I'll need to use from Messor. Looking into the nest, it's really nice, really clean. I really do like the look of how it looks, you know, it's really smart looking. It's got that writing at the front. It's got the hydration on this side here with a little hole there to stick the water hydrator thing that he sent in. Air holes on each side, so good ventilation and a fair bit of space, but not too much. So putting these on, that's the red filter, and that actually fits straight in to like the lip that he's already created. Putting the second lid on top, it actually slides about just slightly if you push it, but you actually have to push it with a little bit of force. It doesn't sit within the lip, only one of these lids will sit within the lip at a time. But that shouldn't be much of an issue. When both lids are on, as you can see, it is completely dark inside, which is what we want for Messor. There's also these little legs on the bottom, so the legs are really handy if you want to put like a heat cable or anything underneath. So for most species which you need a heat cable, that's going to be really handy to have those legs already and not have to stack it on some 2Ps. So let's get that protective film off and have a look. So looking at it through the red film, that looks pretty cool. But of course we know Messor can see red, so we can't really rely on just the red film for them. So we're going to put the black on as well. But that does look smart. All nice and uniform colour. I think this nest looks absolutely awesome. Again, it is a little bit slidey and you can see a little bit of the red around it, but I don't think this will be much of an issue because this is me actually messing about with it with a little bit of force as well. Again, it is very dark in the nest even when you are doing that, so it's not like the light is getting through those little slips. It is completely pitch black, which is what we need for Messor. Perfect. So my Messor Barbarus colony are currently in the tubs and tubes set up. So I'm going to get this thing set up and we'll see what happens. So here, there's the tube they were living in. It's now connected to the 4-way connector connected to the nest. And then to the other side is the Outworld. And as you can see, there's already one of the majors starting to explore. He went back and forth for a little bit, but actually retreated to the test tube again. They are now exploring back out to the Outworld and have been in the nest, but are yet to move into it. But I am not going to force them to move. We'll give them time. Overall, I think this is a really cool nest, and I'm going to give you an update in a few weeks. See you again, Ant fans.